Hello everyone, can you hear me? So, now I see me. Can you hear me? Hello everyone, can you hear me? So, now I see me. Can you hear me? Give me some thumbs up when you Hello everyone, can you hear me? So that I know that everything is So, now I see me. Can you hear me? Give me some thumbs up when you Hello everyone, can you hear me? See, we have so that I know that already. Everything is So, now I see me. Can you hear me? Hi Esmeralda, hi Byzantium. Give me some thumbs up. Hello everyone, can you hear me? See, we have so that I know that already. So, now I see me. Can you hear me? And let me know. Hi Esmeralda, hi Byzantium. Give me some thumbs up. Hello everyone, can you hear me? See, we have so that I know that already. So, now I see me. Can you hear me? And let me know. Hi Esmeralda, hi Byzantium. Give me some thumbs up. Hello everyone, can you hear me? See, we have so that I know that already. So, now I see me. Can you hear me? And let me know. Hi Esmeralda, hi Byzantium. Give me some thumbs up. Hello everyone, can you hear me? See, we have so that I know. So, my audio was going crazy. I hope that did not go bad for you. Yeah, Esmeralda, I will start with your questions. So thank you so much for your feedback that you like CoaMaker so much. I will add more crests, more symbols and stuff, and more shields. So definitely. So this is what I love most about CoaMaker, adding new stuff so that you can be creative and build whatever you like. And yeah, I don't know what you mean by chains, adding chains to mottos. So if you could specify it a bit more, what you mean by that, that would help me. Probably other users will want such a feature as well. So just let me know. Yeah, making a tutorial video about family crest. I think about that often, though I'm not an like a genealogist or like a heraldry expert. I'm coming more from the viewpoint of fantasy games. So when it comes to real world heraldry for families, the context varies a lot, whether you are in Germany, for example, in the UK, in the US, or somewhere else. So some countries have quite strict laws and strict traditions. Other countries are much more flexible. So in general, if you live in a monarchy, it's much more restricted. And when you live in a republic, it's much simpler. So one would have to go quite deep into that. Who can have the coat of arms if it's like changed from for each family member, if one family kind of has the same coat of arms over all the years. So it's quite diverse. So let me know if you have any additional questions. Hey and welcome to our CoaMaker live stream. If you like, introduce yourself. So you can just ask questions about how CoaMaker works, or we can design a coat of arms together. On screen you see the preview for the coat of arms that will go live tomorrow. Coat of arms of Norway. Yeah, we can try that. It's not that easy because when I remember correctly, the line on the coat of arms of Norway holds an axe or a sword. So, well, how did the coat of arms look like? I think we have a red shield, and then we have a golden lion on top of that. So correct me if I'm wrong. So we have the line here. Or was it Finland with a line? No, Finland. Let's see. Yeah, we have a lion, a crowned lion, and the axe. Yeah. So let's go for an axe. This one looks good because it's so long. We will adjust it later. So when you hold your Option or Alt key while dragging the corners, you will like reduce the size to the middle or bring it out, but it stays in the same position. This is pretty helpful because otherwise you always drag it to the opposing corner. So I use the option with the Option key a lot. So we have the lion with the X already. Or the X often has a silver head. Let's change it now, the other one. Like this. Now we need a crown. So we have plenty of crowns. Which one would fit Norway the best? Oh, for the lion it's a very small one. Let's go with this one for the lion. Maybe we take this one instead, because it's going more smoothly on the head maybe. Let's increase the size. It's sometimes a bit difficult to navigate. So I will group it. Then the current design will stick. What do we need next? So golden lines on the sides. We can do that. And a crown like this. So let's get some empty space for the lines. So if you have any more ideas of what we can design today, let me know in the chat. Currently we are building the coat of arms of Norway. Someone in TikTok suggested building a vampire coat of arms. When you are interested in that, we can do that too. So now we have the supporters as well. And we can add a mantle, a royal mantle. I think this one fits pretty well. So this is something that a lot of people are confused about often. So in traditional heraldry, you have multiple crowns in the heraldic designs. Yeah, so you have the crown above the escutcheon, above the shield here, but you have it on top of the royal mantling as well. So, but when I post something like this in Instagram or TikTok, a lot of people are complaining that there are too many crowns in the design, but this is actually the way it is. So when you look at the coats of arms, heraldic achievements of kingdoms and other realms, then you see the crown doubling, and it makes sense because the crown is the sign of power. And so nobility wants to show the rank, and if it's 2 times in the heraldic design, they don't care because they are pretty proud of it. So what shall we take as a basement for Norway? So we could go for some water. This is probably not the traditional way, but it's a coastal country nonetheless. So it could be interesting to put it on water. Instead, we could put it on something else as well. Let's see, we can have multiple options. Let's have a second one here. And here we could, for example, take the grass basement. So we have 2 options here for Norway. One with grass, one with water as the basement. Which one do you prefer? So we have here quite a good example. I mean, traditional heraldry always is a good example of the rule of tincture, but I can illustrate it here for you. So rule of tincture means that you always have a metal on a color or a color on top of a metal. So in our case here, we have, let's go with the grassy one. In our case, we have the golden lion, or in English, on the red or gules escutcheon. So gold is the metal, as would be silver as well. So we could make this one the lion silver as well. So, and it would still not break the rule of tincture because we have a silver lion based on a red shield. So, but what we cannot do in traditional heraldry is like putting a blue lion on a red shield, because then we would have color on color. So that's not possible. If we wanted a blue lion, then we need to change the shield to silver or to gold. So then that would be possible. So, but we can revert it back here to our Norwegian one. I will save it so that people can see it in the user artwork gallery on our website, download it. Or even import it. So if you have the Pro subscription, you can import it as well, and then you can continue working with this coat of arms. Let's see if we play around a bit with the traditional design and make it a bit more fantastic. As I said, if you have any more ideas on what to create, let me know. What would be another good supporter for Norway? Maybe some elk for Norway. So we could replace it like this. So when one changes a color, the color is automatically, if you click again on that on any symbol, you can find the new color, like here the darker brown automatically. So this makes it quite easy to recolor the charges. So here we now have some elks or moose. I think moose is the word in English for this one. Or what else? What we can do is to try a different color scheme, because then you can seam another color family. You can see that the result is pretty different. So at the moment we use the CoaMaker default colors, which are like pretty much the standard colors in heraldry. However, it does not matter at all which kind of red you use. In a heraldic design, you can always only use one type of red, one type of blue, etc. So when you see a coat of arms described, it's just saying if it's red, gold, silver, etc. Or like here the English specialist names for that. However, you can change the red to whatever you like. So for example, when we go here for Forgotten Realm, this makes everything look quite old. Then we can click here and select all the reds and replace it with a new palette. You can see here the new palette. You can see what is here left in the design from the old one. And we are now replacing every red with the new red, Crimson Red from Forgotten Realm. We have still the tongues to do. Now we are going for the gold. And you can already see that the overall impression of the color is changing. So we still the small crown. And here the white we replace with an old looking version of the white. Yes, that's Norway. So we have built Norway with our standard charges, and now we're playing around a bit with the colors. Monix is here. If you have a suggestion, an idea what we can build next, let me know. So we have the time to build stuff. So otherwise I will just continue playing here with the design. One important rule in heraldry is to keep the number of colors you use low, so that it's not does not look chaotic but still very structured. So and this one is a very good example because we have only very few colors. We have the gold in the line and the X. We have the red of the shield. So it's pretty limited. We could instead have it on a blue shield as well, but we don't mix too many colors with each other. I mean, this is not a super good example because normally the royal mantling is red and the crowns are red as well. For more fantastical designs, one could easily change this to blue. I like to do that often. So if you look at my fantasy designs, you can see that I often like to play around with colors just to see what the new overall impression then is. So we can even create an undead version of Norway. So when we replace the lions with skeleton supporters, possible as well. We probably need to increase the contrast here, make it a bit darker so that we see the skeleton. I love to play around with these things to come up with new ideas. Maybe we should make them gold. So the lines looked so good in gold. Yeah, I think I like the gold one the most. Yeah. Gold and blue is always a very, very safe combination. I like that a lot. It easily gives a French impression because we often associate blue and gold with France. So when I would put some lilies here instead of the lion, some fleur-de-lis, then it will immediately look French. So one lily could even be enough to make it look French. I like to make it a bit more. Thank you for your feedback. So we can make it a bit more interesting. So I'm now putting this one, where's the other shield? Here, I'll put this away. So now we have the shield here, and let's make it blue and gold. So it looks completely different, but the basis is quite similar. So one does not need to make it super complex for good looking. Simplicity is often a virtue in heraldry. So someone was talking about family crests. We can transform this into a family crest as well. Maybe we should save this one first. Let's call it Undead Lilies. Is this the correct way how to spell it? I don't know. So just let's do that. Hey Gecko, welcome. If you have some ideas what we can create or how we can alter this coat of arms, let us know. So I will make this now a coat of arms for a family. So we will remove the crowns. In most cases, families don't have any supporters. So I will remove these ones as well. And we can then take some helmet with mantling. And the helmet, or better, the mantling, reflects the colors of the shield. So we always have on the outside, on the top of the mantling, the color, and on the inner side we have the metal. So here the metal is already matching, so we have gold here and gold here, but this one has to be blue or azure, as it's called in heraldry. And then we can look for something in the crest. So the crest, lots of people use words like family crest, but the crest actually is just the thing on top of the helmet. So, and here we have two different traditions. In the British, or at least English tradition, you often have things that differ from the thing on the shield. So here you could, for example, then put a bear head. So this would give an English impression. So when you look to the German tradition, it's most often the case that you find the same thing above the helmet in the crest that you find on the shield. So here that could be a lily, the fleur-de-lis again. So you could put it, for example, like this. What you might have noticed is that the colors are not the CoaMaker default colors anymore. So I have changed. So this would be the default colors. But when you navigate to colors, regardless if it's the free or the pro version, you can click another color family here, another color palette. And then all new items that you add to the canvas will be automatically colored in the new family color. So let's say we go for plain white, then everything, nearly everything, because some are broken, so will be in white with black outlines. This can be interesting. So we have people who make pretty artistic, so not really heraldic designs, but something else, and for that can be quite helpful. And a design in just black and white can look very nice as well. So, and I've tried to give a lot of different vibes when we search, when we take Rococo Romance, for example. Everything will be in a pastel tone. So a bit like Bridgerton, for example. I don't know if you have seen the series. So, and this would be like all quite cute. Whereas when we go for Vampire Castle, then the colors are quite bold. So we have blood red, cursed treasure for the gold, and it gives completely different a different idea, different style. I always find it very interesting how little one changes, and the overall impression is completely different. And when you have been around in the chat already for a while, you have noticed that we are in the end still pretty close to our original design. So we must not forget to recolor the helmet here to a paler silver. So now we have here the vampire colors. Yeah, and with this we are on the way. I mean, someone in TikTok today asked to create a vampire coat of arms. This could be a good opportunity if we keep going here. For that I would replace the lilies. Let's put the helmet and mantling to the back so that we can go for this more easily. And then let's go for the chalice. Or even, let's take the Holy Grail, why not? So we put the Holy Grail here for the vampire family. And then let's go for some blood here. So we could take this drop or the other one. Might like this one more. So I don't know which blood you like more. And then you can just copy by the copy button, or you can use Control and C, Command and C as well, and Command and V, like you copy and paste. So that's working as well. Now let's see that we get that we arrange these in a way that looks good. Maybe they are too large for organizing them in a good way. So I'm not that happy with these at the moment. If you have any ideas of how to organize them, let me know so that we can try. It's getting better now. Yeah, I think we're about good with this one. So just write something in the chat if you want a new design. something we can build, what you had in mind already. I will move these a bit more to the right. You can use the arrow keys as well. When you're moving something on the screen, on the canvas, you can use the arrow key. So it's easier to adjust sometimes than by dragging and dropping, especially if you have many items. Yeah, I think that's good. What shall we put here? What would fit? This could like be the patriarch of this vampire bloodline. We could put him here in the back. Maybe it's too bold. So we could go for something else. I always like the more elegant vampires. So when you go for Vampire the Masquerade, for example, the Toreador are vampires that I like. We could put some garlic there, but it's probably not good for a vampire coat of arms. Yeah, a tulip is a good idea. Let's take that one. So then we position it in the back. Maybe we take the other tulip. So here we have 3 tulips at once. Yeah, I like that one. So when you have selected everything, thank you, Cross-Eyed Jelly. Thank you for your feedback. So I love that. If you have any ideas on what we can design today together, let me know. So I like this one. It has turned out nicely. I'm not that sure if I really like the gold of this color family. I might change it in the future. So I will add now Forgotten Realm to the color palette. And what it does when I select it here is that we have more colors now here. You see here are the midnight colors up to this striking red. And here are the colors of Forgotten Realm. So, but because midnight one is the one that is default, this means that all new elements will be colored in that way. But we can access the Forgotten Realm colors here easily. And then color it in this way. I think I prefer this gold. Forgotten Realm is really one of my favorite color palettes, I have to say. Forgotten Realm and Splendor Palace sometimes as well. So maybe a sign that I should rework some of the others so that I use them more often. So I have now changed this one. Let's go here for a darker one as well. Yeah, I like that. So where's the gold? And now for the chalice. Yeah. Oh, here we'll keep this color. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, what shall we go for next? Let me know what is interesting for you. We can go for ecclesiastical, difficult word in English, heraldry as well. So I mean, we already have the Holy Grail and some blood drops, so this could work as well for a priest. So this would be a simple cleric. So then we are done with that already. Maybe we remove the blood for the cleric and replace it here with the tulips. Looks nice too. So and then we have other options for the ecclesiastical hierarchy. Okay, this would have been the one for the regular priest, I think. It's been a while since I commissioned these, so I'm not that sure about the clerical ranks anymore. If you have information about that, let me know. So I don't even know how to position them anymore. So, but I think something like this would work. And yeah, the further up in the Catholic hierarchy you get, the more of these, I think they're called tassels or something. The more of them, the higher the rank is. So we have a bishop at some point, and then you have a cardinal. So I'm not sure if the colors are all right. So you would have to check that if you want to produce something that is like matches the ranks in real world. So I could do something on clerical heraldry if people are interested. I know that there are several people interested in that, but not necessarily you. So what shall we design next? Are there any charges that you see as an inspiration? Eagles are always a good choice because they are such potent symbols of power. So a lot of countries have an eagle in their coat of arms. So maybe you know some. So I'm from Germany, so we have the German eagle. So since the Middle Ages, we have the eagle. Poland has the eagle. The US has the eagle. Which countries else? I think Serbia maybe as well has an eagle. So lots of eagles. And that's why we have such a diversity of eagles. And we can take an eagle. Well, let's switch the color palette. Let me know if you have any favorites among the color palettes. I will go now for the default ones. So these are the colors that you get when you just open CoaMaker and use it with the standard colors. So let's go for red on gold. I don't know if any country has this. Latvia coat of arms. So what would that be? So what does the Latvian coat of arms look like? I have actually no idea. So I know that the flag is like, correct me if I'm wrong, like pretty slim and broad, and it has like a dark red, white, dark red. But I don't know how the coat of arms looks like. Oh gosh, that's a That's a tricky one. I've never seen it, but it's beautiful. Okay. Hey, Roman Mapper. All right, so Latvia. Here we come. We need, where do we have it? We take these ones, we layer them, and then we make this one. Yeah, so now we have the general setup, and we need a sun, a lion, and a griffin, and some stars. I think, is it a sun or is it like crops? Looks like a sun to me, but I don't know. Oh yeah, it's a golden sun, and a blue field represents freedom. Yeah, I know that from Wikipedia. I don't know. I can't know everything. So, golden sun on blue. Let's go for that first. So, and here it's good that we can now crop the elements. So we take this sun, we'll crop it. We can make a horizontal split. Yeah, you don't see everything that I'm doing. Oh yeah, the sun, yeah. Can't see everything because I have moved the canvas a bit to the, this one where I am actually drawing to the left. So, but this means that some of the other pop-ups are then hidden, and you see here at the top that it's a bit messy. It looked good in my preview. So next time I will do this in a different way. So now we need the lion and the griffin. So lion will be on the left. If here in quarterly on the left. What were the colors? Red on silver and silver on red. So red on silver, and here silver on red. Now let's see how we can fit in the lion on the left. So we will flip it. So we have to make the lion red. And now we take a griffin. By the way, there are many ways to spell griffin, with a I, with a Y, PH, whatnot. So lots of options. So let's try to make it as large as the lion. It looks a bit larger, although it's same size. So now making it silver. We can increase the size like this a bit. Yeah, this looks good. So you can always stretch the elements in CoaMaker as well. As long as you don't overstretch them, it's fine. So nobody will notice. Oh, that the line is the region. Oh, I probably pronounced this in the wrong way. Coserme and Semgale is a Letgale. Oh yeah, okay. Interesting. So has Latvia mostly like these two regions? So now we need supporters. A lion on the left, a griffin on the right. How's the sound, by the way? Can you hear me in a good way? Or do I need to improve something for next time? All right, that's good. So I'm not sure which line we should take. Maybe the other one that's looking to the outside. Yeah, let's do that. And it's a bit slimmer than the other one. Oh yeah, we need to make this one red, right? Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it was so exciting because it's my first live stream ever, and therefore I did not know what would happen. So, and I'm glad that so many of you stopped by and had a look. So the line, red claws, this one has like a, let's see if these are the claws. Yes. Ah, okay. Yeah, we're coming to the stars. Coming to the stars. I would have never known about the Latvian coat of arms probably, so thank you so much for bringing this up. The stars look a bit different, so mine are not as, I don't know, a bit, the Latvian ones seem to be a bit thicker. And now they are connected. Let's see if we can achieve that. A bit like this. So now I have to hold the shift, so shift key, because then I can adjust them more precisely. Now working with the arrows, yeah, that looks good. Now the other way around. Does it look Latvian to you already? So let's connect these so that nothing gets lost. So we can make them a bit smaller. And you do see that this is, oh, that's great. You can see that we don't have any crowns here. So because Latvia is now monarchy, has maybe never been, I don't know. So it was, when was it independent? So after Soviet Union, before that, maybe part of Lithuania. So what are the historical roots? Is there any monarchy in the past, or has it always been like more a republic? So let's go for a basement. And yeah, in Wikipedia we have like oak leaves, so we don't have that, but we could go, yeah, we can go with this one. So does it look good? So it's, let's flip it vertically, maybe. Yeah. Let's put the supporters on top to the front. and it's has a some red fabric. We can't make that, but then make this one maybe red. Acorn, yeah. Yes, acorn. It's acorn is like the fruit of the oak. Yeah. But I always mix it up. So what is oak? What is acorn? So in German it's always kind of the same word, but oak and acorn sound pretty different. Yeah, I will save this one as well so that you can download it from the user artwork gallery. So let me know what you liked during the live stream, which topics you would like to cover next time. If you want to have this like a weekly thing, maybe we could have a general introduction into design, and then other times we look at historical coat of arms and reproduce that. So if you like, write a comment, maybe now, maybe later. You can always comment on the shorts, either on YouTube, in TikTok, Instagram, wherever. We have a dedicated Discord server as well. So if you like to join us there and connect with other fellow CoaMaker users, let us know. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, so you are invited to do that, so that you can that you are informed in the future when there is a new live stream. I have already added in CoaMaker here that you can see always when the next live stream is coming, so that you can mark it in your calendar if you like. If another time is good for you, let me know about that. Thank you, Cross-Eyed Shelly. Yeah, thank you all for joining. It was a lot of fun. I have learned a lot today. So the Latvian coat of arms was pretty much fun to design. We did the Norwegian one in the very beginning as well, and yeah, then we had built some vampire coat of arms as well. This was what someone from TikTok has suggested. I don't know if you are in this stream today. Yeah, so we have made quite a few good new designs. I will use some of the designs definitely for new time-lapse videos. Tomorrow there will be a new time-lapse video for a fantasy pirate kraken theme. So tomorrow morning at about 9:30 a.m. Central European Time. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. Have a good night. And the Belgian one is, I love that the Belgian one is as well. It's simple yet powerful. So, yeah, I hope you liked it. Give me your feedback in the comments wherever you are. And see you soon. Bye-bye.